Hey, Simon Power Trio here, and I'm going to have a little informational video on the Boss ME50. I would have two parts, and, God, the camera keeps moving. Anyway, part one, which is this part, is going to have an explanatory, just overview of it, and then part two, I will actually play and give you little examples. Boss ME50 is definitely the best, in my opinion, guitar multi-effects pedals. I haven't really tried others, so I'm probably a little bit biased. I prefer Boss. Digitech's nice. I like Digitech. It's just like some of their pedals, they just sound digital. I think it's the name. I wonder if it's actually, I always thought because it's kind of funny, but they do. They almost sound like digitally, like when this sounds natural. Anyway, the Boss ME50 has three modes: Stompbox mode, tuner mode, and bank mode. And that can be figured out from this little screen. This is like your iPod touch screen or whatever. Not really. It's like your computer screen. It shows you whatever you need to know. Anyway, right now we're in Stompbox mode. Alright, and if you click these two little pedals at the same time, as you can see, we go into tuner mode. Little light, and then these lights up here will start lighting up if you're, if you're in, out, whatever, sharp, flat. So then you click that to get out. Alright, this is Stompbox mode. Stompbox mode is definitely cool for inventing sounds and then saving them to your banks. So, anyway, what you can do here is it's like having all the Stompboxes right in front of you. You have a tone modify, which has fat, presence, mild, tight, enhance, single to humbucker, humbucker to single, I believe it's humbucker to like half humbucker or something like that. I don't really know that one. Hollow and acoustic. I usually keep it on enhance, acoustic. Those are my two main ones. We have compression, sustain, and level. We have a noise suppressor that just has a threshold on it. It's pretty good for, just if that's all you have, really. We have reverb, which has room, hall, spring, and mod. I don't exactly know what that is, but it's the highest. Then you have the master level right here. Then over here you have the edit and exit, which is for banks, and the right, which is kind of for banks, and this. So what you can do here is you can click and it'll turn on the delay. This is the delay one. It has 0 to 2000 millisecond delay, has analog, slow echo, pan, space pan, reverse, hold, which I believe is like a 2-second looper, which does mean nothing, so I just bought a loop station. And then tap, which is you tap tempo. It has a time, feedback, and level knob, so then you can turn that off. Then you turn on modulation. It has chorus, you have chorus, ST chorus 1, ST chorus 2, phaser, flanger, harmonist, tremolo, pan, vibrato, univee, and rotary. Now in the harmonist, this depth knob, which you have the depth and harmony, can change the actual changes, like if it's the third major. I don't really exactly know all that. I just kind of go with whatever sounds good. Then you have the rate, key, depth, harmony, and E level and resonance. So then you can turn that off, and you got overdrive, distortion, my most commonly used. You have two different things. You have the inside, and then if you click variation, you have the outside. So there's a bunch of, there's pretty much every kind of distortion. And in the knobs, you have drive, bottom, tone, level, and that's pretty much distortion. Then you have the expression pedal over here, which has the wah, resonance, voice, ring mod, which I find really cool, plus 1 octave and minus 1 octave. So that's Stompbox mode. You can just click it, you can do whatever. Let's say you make this with the wah on, and let's say you want that. You can hold down, you can click right, and then click right again, and it'll write on a bank, which you can then choose by these two little buttons up and down. Me, I personally bought, or actually I had one for my amp, this little foot switch that I hooked up to the Boss ME50, and it does my banks for me. So let's go into bank mode. Bank mode, as you can see, it has one, and it has a little thing that says memory. If you want to change something, you have to, like if it's a knob like this, the level, let's say, you have, and let's say it's halfway and you want it 3/4, you have to put it all the way back, all the way forward, and then 3/4. So then what you'll do is, let's say then you want to save it. Then you'll click write twice. Let's say you don't want number 1, because this is, you have 30, is it 30? Yes, 30 presets. Because then you have 1, 2, 1, 3. And as you can see, it lights up for different combinations. Let's say 1, 1. Let's say you don't want delay and overdrive. You want just modulation. You can do edit, exit, and look. I can click those off and turn that on, which I don't. So then you click write twice. So like I said, there's 3 per 1, and I use my foot switch. Brings me up the banks, and you have 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. Sorry. So it really has non-stop possibilities, and then you click these two to get off bank, which, I forgot to tell you that you click those two to go to bank. So anyway, it's definitely something you want to get if you don't have one. If you don't want to spend, I mean, the amount of pedals this thing holds inside of it is probably a good, you're talking, like $1,000 close to in stomp boxes in this thing. You can buy them new from, I don't know where my catalog went. Let's see if I can find it. Disappeared on me. Anyway, I had Musician's Friend. I prefer Musician's Friend. You can get them, Music 123, American Musical Supply, Sam Ash, Guitar Center, whatever, your local music shop. I'd say to get this, it costs $300. It is definitely worth it. Or actually, no, it's $295. My suggestion, though, would be to get the Boss ME70. It has an extra little pedal thing down here. It's got some amp things. It pretty much has all that this has and a little more. And it's only $5 more, which is really retarded. I thought it was just so stupid. I mean, they had the Boss ME50, $295, and they had the Boss ME70, $300. So anyway, I got mine used. It was cheaper. Worked for me. The guy at the music shop told me that the problem was people don't know how to work it. Like, they don't know, write, exit. They don't know all that stuff. They just think, oh, I'm going to bring it home, mess around with it, and they got it, which is what I did. But then I read the manual. And the manual, I suggest reading the manual if you're not a person who does, because it really gets you to things I didn't know. I mean, you can even change the pressure of how hard you have to push this to make it turn on. It's amazing. You can bring it back to factory settings, which I did, because actually in the manual it has a little thing to tell you about it, like what their patch settings are. So anyway, on top here we have an input, we have a guitar amp output, right, left, which left is mono. We have headphone lines. We have an auxiliary input, foot switch, and a power, which is DC in. So that's the Boss ME50. I'm going to make a video on the actual demonstration on it. Alright, so thanks, and hope you enjoyed, and Poseidon Power Trio's out. And